Hello everyone, Mark here. In case you didn't know, I buy and sell cheap cars. Now I'm in the middle of nowhere and I've just bought a cheap car. So I came to look at this earlier on, did the deal, dumped it here in the lay-by, so I need to pick it up really. So this is a 2009 Polo, petrol, 130 something thousand miles, MOT until December, no advisory, so it's got about 5 months MOT, which is good. It was advertised on Gumtree. It looked like a private sale, but when I got there, the guy came out. I didn't meet him at his address. He sort of said, meet me at the end of the lane because it's blocked, you can't get in, or someone's, I don't know. He met me with the car, a bit suspicious. Then I knew straight away he's a trader, isn't he? But basically, he knew the family who owned the car, and he's been doing like the mechanical works on it for the last couple of years, so he knows the car. And he buys and sells as a hobby, so I was a bit put off by that, but he seemed genuine. I've kept his number for mechanic jobs and stuff like that. But anyway, here it is. It just needs a bit of a tidy up, bit of a wash and a vacuum and stuff. It's due a service, so I'll have to get that done. And there's a blow on the exhaust, so it needs a new flexi pipe, so I've priced one of those up, so that'll be done. And the only other thing I noticed was the front wing. You can see here by that fly there's a bit of a scabby bit, and down the bottom, so I can either see if I can find one on eBay, be about 80-90 quid if I can get the colour match, or have a go at it myself, tidy it up a bit. Might try and do that, I think, see how it looks first. The other thing is, it's a category write-off, but it's an old school, so it doesn't say Cat S, it just says this vehicle has been salvaged, blah blah blah. So I'll do a proper HPI check, get it printed off so I can show like potential buyers. So yeah, category car, but it was 600 quid. I reckon I could probably get around 1500 for that, maybe more. So there is some money in this one, and it won't take too much spending on it. So let's get it picked up. Typical cars come down here. This is middle of nowhere, literally. Anyway, I'll get it picked up, see what else it needs, but I have test driven it. That's why I like buying privately or from a trader, which I don't normally do, because you can actually ask some questions, test the car, unlike auction where you're just sort of buying blind really. But anyway, let's get in here and see if it gets me home. It doesn't have remote locking, but it does have central locking, so that's fine. Yeah, not too bad in here. Seats need a wash, which I can do. Cool colour actually on the seats. Oh, I've just noticed this. Why didn't I see that before? Look, that's like a tent. I'll have to do something with this. Maybe I can spray some stuff in there or pin it up, I'm not sure, but I'll look at some options for that. I wish I'd seen that. Anyway, for 600 quid I can't complain. It drives really nicely, so yeah, fingers crossed it'll all work out okay. 131,000, there we go. And a free phone holder. As that blow, you can hear it fluttering away, but it's not too bad. Oh, look at that, nearly a full tank of fuel as well. I might run around in this one myself, use that fuel up. Right, let's go. Okay, Crocs away, let's go. Oh god, that's the wrong way. There we go. This is someone's driveway. Whoops. So I tested the clutch, it was all good. All the gears work, fans work. It's got air conditioning, but I don't think it works. I didn't test it, but it wasn't a deal breaker, so I didn't bother. Let's see if it kicks in. I like buying Polos because they are good cars, reliable, easy to sell, and they're worth good money as well for the equivalent car. Like say like a Ford KA or something else. It's not worth quite as much, but Polo name kind of you can bump the price up a bit on that. No, that's not working, but never mind. At least it's got it. If someone wants to regas it, they can. There's also no paperwork in here. I literally have the V5 and that's it. There's no service history, nothing at all. I'll just have to basically print off all the MOT history online and just say, yeah, that's all I've got. There's not much paperwork, and play it off a bit. Normally not a problem. It's also got one of these cool pop-up cup holders, which I haven't tested. Normally they either disintegrate or they get stuck or jammed. Let's see. Oh, it works. That's good. Good selling point. A working cup holder. Does it close? Yes, it does. Ideal. And hear that exhaust blow, it's pretty noisy. Well, I haven't done anything to the car yet. It's been a few days, but the exhaust has arrived and the oil stuff. So I'm gonna get this car over to the garage now. It's booked in tomorrow. Hopefully it won't take too long, that I can get on with it and get it prepped and get it advertised. Well, I've just got back from the garage. They've done the car. Exhaust is all good, no blowing at all. Basically, they had to put it on and then they had to put a new clamp on because the one I supplied wasn't good enough or something. And they had to cut something off. Anyway, total price for that, only half an hour labour. So with the VAT, 43 quid. So that's pretty good. Saves me getting under the car and messing around with those bolts. I took one look at them and I thought I'm not going to get those off. So yeah, for the sake of dropping a car off and spending that, it's no brainer really. I didn't really want to start messing around with that. So that's good. Next step, I think, fix this roof lining. That's going to be interesting. I've decided to buy a can of upholstery adhesive. So I'm going to spray it in from here and sort of try and pin it up and do the same at the back. Spray it that way, then spray it this way. If that doesn't work, I've seen someone on YouTube with a stapler. So you literally put staples in. It won't look that pretty, but I didn't even notice this. So not many people tend to look up when you're in a car, do they? So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then I'll get on with the service with the bits here and then repair that front wing, see if I can improve the look of it before looking at buying a new one, then give it a clean. So hopefully not too bad. Right, let's get going. Now it's time for the oil change. It looks pretty easy, I think. Oil goes in there, filter goes there, and oil comes out of there. So that's pretty much straightforward, and we need a T25, no sorry, a T45 even. So I'll the engine's sort of warm enough so the oil will come out easily. Chuck it back under and undo the drain plug, easy enough. Sometimes when you order off eBay, although it's cheaper, the parts are a bit cheap and don't tend to fit. So this is the old one, got a plastic surround there. This is the new one. That hole is smaller, and no matter how hard I'm trying, I can't get that to go in without damaging something. So I've pushed all my might, can't get it in. So I've rung my local car park place and they're going to send one round for about 4 quid. So I'll just have to wait for that. But yeah, never mind, I'll do the air filter next while I'm waiting for that to arrive. Well, the air filter was pretty easy, so that's the old one. Not too bad really, I've seen worse. So yeah, nice and easy. Right, well the new filter arrived, it's in, so that's all good. Give the headlights a quick polish, they don't look amazing, but yeah, for the time I spent I think that's fine. Next I'm going to clean the engine bay, then I'm going to valet the whole car, clean off the wheels and tyres, everything, till the door shuts. I won't bother filming that, you get the idea with that. So I'll just do, leave the camera just there, next time you see it, it'll all be done. And as if by magic, everything is done. So I've done the engine bay dressing as well, after it was washed, given it some general plastic dressing. Quick wash on the outside. I've also clayed it with my special clay bar mitt thing, done the wheels. So that's the outside pretty much done, I think. I'm not going to, well, I always say this, I'm not going to polish it, but then I end up machine polishing the whole car. So we'll see. I mean, it's a black car, we'll show up everything, but it's a cheap car at the same time. So I'll see. Depends how long the rest of it takes me. I think now I need to look at this wing. So there are none on eBay at the moment that have the correct colour match. I've got the paint code. So what I'm going to do is probably have a go at myself, see if I can sand off all the old stuff, put some rust protector on there, bit of filler maybe, and just blow it in with a spray can. So I think I'll do that first and see what it looks like. Well, I've given it a quick sand and some rust protector stuff. I know it's not going to last forever because you're supposed to go down to bare metal, in which case there's no point trying to salvage that old wing, but for now it's a temporary fix. We'll point it out to any potential buyers, just to say it's been done for now. It was a bit rusty before. But yeah, there we go. For a cheap car, I think that's going to be good enough. So once that's dried, I will get some filler on there to smooth it out, bit of primer, and then blow in some gloss black. Right, first lot of filler is on, quick sand, and then we can move on to the primer. Well, there we go, that doesn't look too bad, does it? I'm not going to show you it too closely, but you get the idea. It cost me nothing, didn't take long, and that's good to sell. Done the tyre dressings. I gave the car a quick machine polish. When I say quick machine polish, literally I just buzzed around it. It took me about 20 minutes, I would say, start to finish, so pretty quick. I think that's all good. I think just a hoover on the inside and that's good enough for pictures. And when it comes to these seats, I don't have any upholstery cleaner at the moment, so I'm just using the traffic film remover, which does the same job. As long as it's not too strong, I've never had an issue doing it. So I've done this whole section, and then I'm going to use the world's noisiest wet vac to suck it all out, so bear with me. Right, well this can only go badly, can't it? I need to go as far back as possible, so I might just chuck the can in there with my hand and see what happens. Oh, making a hell of a mess. Right, let's see if it's going to work. That's not actually too bad. I mean, it's never going to be perfect, is it? But I think we can get away with that. That's pretty good. Right, next I need to try and do it from this way. Well, I think the back is okay. When I was spraying it here, it all came out the front. It's been dripping down here and it's all over the phone holder now. Came out like silly string. Well, now the inside's all done, I think it would be rude not to add some little white caps to the front plates, and I think the rears need some as well. So I've got the special tool. I think these are wire strippers, but these are perfect for removing screws which are rusted and do not unturn with the screwdriver. So I'm going to do these and do the back. Right, on the back we've got a white one and a yellow one for some reason, so I'll change these also. Shame they don't sell them orange. Don't know why they make them so bright. Number plates aren't yellow, they're orange. Okay, there we go. Well, here's the finished result. Pretty happy with the time I spent. It's not too bad looking at all, really. It's all cleaned up nicely, no dents or scrapes. That wing looks okay. Can't see it in the dark, that's good. Yeah, all good. Just noticed it's got 4 pretty new tyres on there as well. Roof lining's all stuck up. I mean, at the back it's a bit sagging, but you don't really notice it anymore, so it saves having to sort of pin it, doesn't it? So yeah, the front's okay as well. It's missing a parcel shelf, but from experience that's not normally a problem. Crack in the light cluster as well, I shall point that out, and then I can always order one or knock some money off if they need one. But yeah, other than that, we're good to go. I'll get the advert live. I've taken some pictures. I chose this area for some pictures just to make a change of scenery, really. I'll try and choose somewhere different for every car I sell. But yeah, I think that's a good result. Less than a day's work. Hopefully a good margin this one as well. So yeah, I think it was worth buying. So I need to find out what sort of accident this car had. I know it's been written off at some point, but on the logbook it doesn't specify if it was a category S or N or even like a B or a C using the old format. So I'm going to have to pay for a HPI check service. I know you used to be able to do it for free. So you'd go on Auto Trader, create an advert, put the reg in, and it would tell you if it was written off. But they've stopped doing it now. So to my knowledge, there's no way of doing it for free. I found a check online, standard check, £5.99, which covers write-off, salvage history, ex-taxi, stuff like that. That's all I need for now. So I'm going to put the reg in and see what that brings up. So I'll share my screen with you so you can see what I'm doing. So that was quick and easy. Just put in my email address and my payment info, and it's come up as a fail, which I knew it would. So let's have a look. Written off, tap to view. Okay. So it's not checked finance or valuation, but a car of this age and this price isn't going to have any finance on it. So let's see what it says. Oh, there we go. Category C, April 2016. Damaged areas, front, near side front and offside front, which I sort of knew because the wings are, you can see they've been painted. And the bonnet also was a bit chipped at the front, so it didn't look like a factory finished paintwork either. So there we go. Cause of damage, accidents. Well, yeah, obviously. I guess it could have been keyed or had acid poured onto it, I guess. But yeah, so it doesn't give us any more info. But as long as I know that, then yeah, I guess that's fine. But there we go. Shame I had to pay £6 to find that out. But at least I know, and I can tell any potential buyers. So because the car hasn't got much paperwork, all I have is the V5, and that's literally it. So I need to chuck as much stuff in as possible to sort of bulk it out a bit and overwhelm people who look at it. So I'm going to put in the receipt for the exhaust I had fitted. That HPI check was 6 pages when printed, so that's going in. I've just printed off all the MOT history, so that's going in. I'm also going to print off the current MOT sheet. Now you can do that as long as you have the V5. So you go on to the .gov website to check the MOT. I'll show you this now. Here's all the MOTs, as you can check with any car. Click here, download test certificates, put in the 11-digit number here, which I won't show you for obvious reasons. Click continue, and that brings up all the downloadable MOT certificates. So I only want the latest one. Click here, and there it is. So I shall print that off. It'll look like a genuine garage printout. I mean, some garages, my local one, they don't even give you the new MOT sheet anyway. They don't bother anymore because it's all available online easily. So it's nice to have it printed. So that's going to come off the printer now. And I think that should be enough paperwork just to kind of say, there's not much paperwork, but I have this. And then that's normally okay. So that'll do. Job done. Almost forgot. I forgot to print out the receipt from eBay for the oil and filter and whatnot, and the exhaust. So yeah, I'm going to run out of paper in a minute. Well, that's pretty good news. I've just had a deposit for the Polo. So I was out and about today. They wanted to come and see it, so my wife gave them the key. They just sort of helped themselves. I wasn't even there. So I managed to sell it without even being here. That's pretty good. They came, test drove it, liked the car. They said the aircon wasn't cold. Fair enough. Knocked off a bit of money for that. Apart from that, yeah, they said, would you take 1,400 for it? It was up for 15. So I said, yeah, why not? So there it is. They're going to pick it up tomorrow. Anything left to do now is some numbers. Oh, I've got mics, by the way, now, so I can look away from the camera and you can still hear me, and there should be no wind noise anymore. So yeah, finally got around to getting some mics. Anyway, let's have a look. Oh, let's jump in the car. The roof hasn't held up. Oh, I might give that another quick stick before they come back. They didn't mention that. Maybe they didn't see it. Anyway, it's never going to work, was it? So I paid 600 quid for the car. Exhaust was 61 quid. That wasn't too bad, really, for a brand new part. The fitting only 43 quid. So again, for the sake of me trying to faff around doing that, it's nothing, is it? The service items, 36 quid off eBay. Now, they said they will refund me the oil filter, so hopefully I'll get a couple quid back for that. Not that it matters too much. The spray adhesive was 7.49, which hasn't worked. Oil filter I had to buy, that was only 4 quid. HPI report, 6 quid. So the total spend, £758. And a sale price of £1,500. That leaves a profit of £741.68. So all in all, good little buy this, I think. Spent probably just under a day on it, faffing around, messing around, cleaning, valeting, dropping to the garage, sorting out the little rusty bit on the wing. But yeah, it didn't really take too long at all for the money. So yeah, I'm glad I bought that one. Polos always seem to sell well. I've had a few in the past, so I shall be looking out for some more, definitely. The thing was, the car I bought, this one, was on Gumtree for a couple of days, Now, with Gumtree, it's got less of an audience, so people don't jump on it as quick. And the advert was terrible, the pictures were terrible. He didn't mention anything good about the car at all. So, if that had been on Facebook, that would have gone pretty quick. And I've had about 4 inquiries today on it, so yeah, people queuing up to see it. So there we go. That's a category C, I think it was. Polo, bought and sold from some dodgy guy in the middle of nowhere, but worked out okay. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one soon. Bye for now.